Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. All right, fight fans, we got Bruno Ferreira versus Jackson McVey. So warm up the chicken wings, put your phone on silent, and tell your significant other you'll be emotionally unavailable for the next few minutes. We got another UFC breakdown coming your way. This one's got violence written all over it, so let's dive into the madness before someone gets slept. Bruno the Hulk Ferreira, coming in as a minus 700 favorite with a record of 13-2. You know, a nickname like the Hulk isn't just for show. Bruno fights like he's trying to trigger an Avengers-level emergency every time he enters the cage. This guy's win condition is simple: detonate on contact. All 13 of his wins have come by stoppage, and most of them so fast you could microwave a Hot Pocket and miss it. He's got a left hand like a pipe bomb, and a tendency to throw heat like he's being paid by the kilojoule. But what's changed lately, and what makes him extra scary, is he's no longer just a gas-guzzling muscle car. In his last fight, he submitted Armin Petrosyan, which came out of nowhere like a pop quiz in a gym class. That win showed that Bruno's been evolving past just throwing hands like he's mad at gravity. Oh, and by the way, he's a black belt in both judo and jiu-jitsu. I don't know who gave him permission to have that much horsepower and submission finesse, but they should be in jail. The concern though, and it's a big one, is that Bruno's cardio is on a timer. He's got about 6 minutes of fury in him, and after that, things start getting a little wobbly. You can practically hear the Mortal Kombat finish him voice, except it's for him. That said, for someone like McVey, who's debuting on short notice, Bruno is essentially a nightmare in gloves. Imagine clocking in for your first day on the job, and your boss is a wrecking ball in a K-Kogi. Jackson the Moose McVey, coming in as a plus 500 underdog with a record of 6-0. McVey is undefeated and apparently allergic to decisions. 100% finish rate, all in the first round. 3 knockouts, 3 submissions, and all of them inside 5 minutes. It's like he refuses to be seen on camera for longer than a TikTok clip. And the dude doesn't discriminate. He'll guillotine you, bravo choke you, or just punch your soul out of your body. He's got that well-rounded, I do it all, but haven't needed to show it for long vibe. Now, originally he was supposed to fight Cedriques Dumas on June 28th. Then Dumas pulled out. Then Christopher Ewart stepped up, and he pulled out. At this point, Jackson's fight schedule looks like a flaky Tinder date, but somehow he landed with Bruno Ferreira on short notice. That's not a fight. That's a prank. But here's the interesting bit. Jackson might actually be dangerous if this turns into a scramble-heavy, chaotic first round. He's long, he's aggressive, and he's got sneaky grappling. If, and that's a big if, he doesn't immediately get melted by Bruno's power, he could absolutely find an opening in a wild exchange. He's shown good instincts on the mat, especially when people leave their necks out, which Bruno sometimes does when he's swinging from his heels like he's trying to KO the air itself, the big red flag for McVey. He's never been out of the first round as a pro. He hasn't even had time to get a sweat going before the ref's pulling him off someone. That could be a problem against someone who can grapple, scramble, and explode like Bruno. Also, there's no real footage of how McVey handles being on the back foot, or worse, stuck on bottom under a black belt who hits like a Ford F-150 with a black belt. So who wins? Well, if this thing goes past round 1, we might see 2 guys looking for a wall to lean on, but realistically, this probably doesn't make it that far. Bruno's got the power, the experience, and now the grappling to be a complete nightmare for short-notice debutantes. Jackson's only path here is chaos, like immediate chaos. He has to either catch Bruno cold or survive the early storm and find his neck while they're rolling. That's not impossible. Moose is undefeated and clearly a finisher, and sometimes that unpredictable aggression throws off even the best. But this feels like walking into Mordor with a water gun. Official pick, Bruno Ferreira. He's got more experience, bigger power, and a black belt toolkit. McVey's game, but this is a brutal debut spot. I think Bruno gets this done inside 1, maybe 2 rounds tops. Sorry, Moose, but this is one forest you probably don't want to charge through. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.